Hello, hello. Good Wednesday afternoon, everyone. Fox 19 now, First Alert Meteorologist Brad Maushart here in the streaming center. The streaming center of gloom and doom, it seems like, this past month. Another day of this. We're socked in. We are socked in, but we could see a few peaks of sunshine by this afternoon. It's not all doom and gloom. It's, we do have some hope here on the horizon. We have some sunshine that'll try to peek out later on today. We have temperatures, on the rise here at least through tomorrow. A brief cool down again into Friday. We'll talk about Friday because Friday morning looks like a mess outside. It's not severe weather. It's not a first alert weather day, but it certainly will slow you down as you head out the door. Fairly widespread rainfall likely into Friday morning. We'll talk about that. We did see fairly widespread rainfall through the day yesterday. Just not a whole lot of it here as you're looking at the screen. Actually, I should probably pull that up because you can't see it. It usually helps when you can see these things. The airport officially yesterday saw 0.04 of an inch of rainfall. Lunkin a little bit higher amounts. There were some higher amounts down to the southeast. As we expected them to be down here towards Lewis County and then into West Virginia, but again, not anything significant. I guess I'll put it that way. It was enough to make things dreary, drizzly all day yesterday. It was just kind of a nuisance more than anything, but not a terrible day yesterday. At least it's comfortable. Look, give it about 2 weeks. Everybody's going to be back on the chat complaining about how miserably hot it is. We're getting ready to turn that corner. As we work our way towards the start of meteorological summer. That's on Sunday. Different than astronomical. The actual first day of summer, I think, is June 21st or 20th, somewhere in there. I have to look that up. But meteorological summer starts on the 1st of the month, and it will feel every bit of meteorological summer by about the 2nd of the month or 3rd. By 2nd or 3rd, we're back in the 80s. And it looks like an elongated stretch of some dry weather, what we haven't seen really in the last couple of weeks. And on top of that, it looks like a big warm-up. Not just for us, but for much of the eastern half of the country. It looks like above normal temperatures, a nice stretch of it through about mid-June. And then things might change again, but that's a long ways away. A lot could change. 61 degrees outside. That's what we're seeing outside right now at the airport. So temperatures starting that slow climb as we work our way into the afternoon. We have one little wave of rain we have to get through. That's starting to push into southeast Indiana as this low pinwheels its way eastward. Behind that wave, just isolated downpours for the rest of the night. We're not going to see much in the way of intense rainfall, widespread rain or anything, but we could see some nuisance downpours. If you're headed to FC Cincinnati, it's Star Wars night down there. We have nothing to worry about there. We're not going to see any lightning this evening. It looks like we're going to be in good shape for that, outside of just those rogue downpours into the overnight. That's our low here off to the east. It's sliding out. In between, we have a little happy H, a big blue H there, in this case a small blue H. Just a very weak ridge of high pressure that's going to try to smash itself in between these two lousy lows. That'll give us a break into the day tomorrow. Just a brief lull, though, because that next lousy low off to the west there into Colorado, sweeping over the Rockies, that heads our way for Friday morning. And like I said, nothing strong, nothing severe, but it will slow things down into Friday morning. Just a couple drops of rain is enough to do it, but I'm telling you, some spots could pick up an inch of rainfall that morning. So going to be a mess outside as we close out this week. Yes, it's a mess. This whole week's been, it seems like a mess. My schedule's been a mess, but other than that, not a bad week. You're stuck with me in the morning show again by Friday, so you're going to have to deal with me as this rain pushes back in. Bad news, Brad will be coming in hot on a Friday morning. Just happy I had to sleep in this morning. I'm, as you can see, a little bit more energized out there. I've also just downed an Americano, so I'm feeling jazzed outside right now. Looking our way into the afternoon, like I said, this is what we have to deal with tonight, this afternoon. Just very isolated downpours. Don't cancel any plans. Just be cautious out there. Maybe have the umbrella close by, but the odds of you needing it are very slim outside for the rest of the day. Tomorrow we catch that nice break. Mix of sunshine, few clouds from time to time. Temperatures tomorrow will rebound back into the mid-70s. We're talking 74. It's not normal. Normal is, for this time of the year, upper 70s. Still a little bit shy of that, but still not bad as we work our way through the rest of the day. And then here comes the rain. Late Thursday night and early Friday. Look at that rain south of the river. I mean, South Cincinnati down here, Owen County back over towards Maysville. Some of these areas with these showers training across the same area, we're talking standing water on the interstate, we're talking standing water especially on those side streets. Some areas could pick up over an inch of rainfall Friday morning before you even head out the door. So be aware of that. Can't rule out some localized flooding. It will not be severe weather, but like I said, it does not have to be severe to cause problems. Slowdowns likely Friday morning for that drive. Working our way through today. Not anything like that. Just isolated downpours. High temperatures, upper 60s, low 70s. It's a lot better than what we saw outside yesterday, with just even the chance for a few breaks in the clouds. Tonight's Star Wars night. Ta-da! Over at, that didn't even sound like Star Wars. I don't even know why I tried that. May the orange and blue be with you. If you're headed down to TQL Stadium tonight, they could use a win. FC Dallas in town. Lucho Acosta coming back. Hello, Lucho, just in case he's watching on the stream. He probably is not. He's probably still stretching it out, getting it ready for this night's game. If you're going to be out there, again, nice night. It is not going to get better soccer weather than this. Upper 60s for kickoff, mid 60s by the time that game's wrapped up. Give it a couple weeks. Like I said, a couple weeks from now, everybody will be complaining about how hot, sweaty, and miserable it is. Just enjoy it while it lasts, even if it comes with the occasional gloom like what we're seeing outside today. Tomorrow will be our best day of the work week, hands down. We could see some rain pushing in late after sunset, but most of the day is really nice. Mix of sun and clouds, thickening clouds late, and highs mid-70s. Perfect outside. Just a great day. Hopefully you can get out there and enjoy some of it before Friday comes in and slaps you, because that's what's going to happen. Friday morning, I'm telling you. A lot of rainfall with this. It's widespread. A few rumbles of thunder embedded. Nothing severe, but it just based on the timing alone, I can just tell you it is going to be a mess. Friday morning. That does clear out a bit by Friday afternoon. The evening drive, not nearly as bad. But we're not done with the rain yet. We'll see a few more stray showers on the backside of the system. They're going to wrap down. I forgot I'm in the small window. They're going to wrap down on the backside of that system and hang around for Saturday morning. I know this does not look promising. I promised you a nice weekend. This will be out of here quickly, in most cases before sunrise in a lot of spots. And then by the time we hit 11, 12, 1 o'clock, just about everybody's going to be dry. The sun pops back out Saturday afternoon. If you sleep in, you'll miss it. In most cases. Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, make some plans. Really nice Saturday. Just be aware with how much rain we can see Friday. Some of the ground in a few areas might be soggy, so just be careful with those plans. Sunday looks great too, and then I'm going to fast forward through this because Sunday, outside of some filtered sunshine, and Saturday, nice sunny skies, we have starting Saturday afternoon, we have no rain chances. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Our next chance of rain doesn't really pop back into the forecast until the end of next week and into the next weekend, and even then it's a spotty chance. We have a chance. So our most recent dry stretch, which was short-lived, was 4 days. That was a top 5 longest stretch for dry weather here this year. That's just how this year has gone. Longest stretch was 10 days back, ending on the 29th of January. We have a chance to get into the top 3 with this stretch of dry weather ahead. With this, it will also be very, very hot outside. Temperatures by Monday start to rebound into the mid to upper 70s. Temperatures by Tuesday, as winds start to shift, will be back in the 80s for the first time since May 16th when we had the severe weather outbreak. Wednesday, we're in the low to mid 80s, and it's going to get hotter from there. If you've been waiting for the pool weather, it's coming this week. This is through the day today. Again, not a whole lot, less than 1/10 of an inch in most spots. Look what happens Friday morning. I'm telling you, down there, Owen, Grant, Pendleton, Bracken, Robinson, Mason, Lewis counties, all upwards of 1 inch plus in several spots. A little closer to downtown, still could see up to an inch in a few localized areas, but anywhere between about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch, that's pretty likely. And then as you work your way north of downtown, some spots aren't going to see a ton of rain on Friday. It's going to be in and out pretty quick, but areas around in downtown, if you're commuting in from what I like to call South Cincinnati, the south of the river there, it's going to be slow going. Just be prepared for it. Pack your patience Friday morning. That's about all we have to worry about. Saturday, we dry back out. There will be some rain in the morning. Don't be discouraged by that. It could be a little gloomy as you wake up and look out the window, but by this Saturday afternoon, in the evening, we're going to see a lot of sunshine. Temperatures in the low 70s. A really great weekend if it weren't for those morning showers Saturday. Here comes that warming trend. A rain-cooled Friday. We're back to 76 Monday, 80s Tuesday, Wednesday, and this looks like a prolonged stretch of near or above normal temperature. We have not seen that for a while. We've been below normal for, it seems like, almost 8, 9 days now. Above normal stretch, and it's not just us, it's much of the Northeast. So well above normal temperatures, eastern Ohio, back up through the New England states. Here, it's still above normal. And above normal is very warm this time of year. Normal is 78 today. The normal by the time we hit the middle of this upcoming week is 80 degrees. So we're expecting temperatures to be above that. So well into the 80s, June 5th to June 11th. It's not to say we can't see some rainfall in there later on in that forecast period. That might cool things off for a day, but the general trend there through that 8 to 14 day outlook will be above normal temperatures. You're asking for it, and now soon enough I'm sure you'll be complaining about it, of just how warm it's going to be and sweating us out. So this is the wrong forecast. Hold on. This is the morning version. I'm going to give you that extra day because I'm nice and because I had plenty of coffee. Bouncing off the walls here in a second. Here's what we're expecting the next 7 days. Again, brief lull tomorrow, really nice Thursday. If you have to get something done, I mean, it has to be done soon, Thursday's your day. If you can wait until this weekend will be great too. But if it has to get done on Thursday you'll have an opportunity before that Friday rain returns. Heavy rain in the morning will slow things down. Can't emphasize that enough. Expect slowdowns for the Friday morning drive. Saturday, that rain's out of here. Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, it's another evening match there for FC Cincinnati. Who is it on Saturday? I think it's DC United, I think, is in town. For that match, looks great, 71, perfect day. Got a lot of events happening. I think Cincinnati, is that this weekend? I think it's this weekend. It starts Friday. Friday's not great for that, but Saturday and Sunday will be. A lot of stuff going on this weekend. 74 on Sunday, really, really good. We have earned it. This week has stunk. This weekend looks great, and then here comes the pool weather. If 74 is okay, you're comfortable with that, that's fine. Nice day on Sunday, just some filtered sun from time to time. Lather on the sunscreen, go get some if you don't have it, because that's all we have in the forecast from Saturday on. And a lot warmer too. 80 on Tuesday, 82 Wednesday, the extended outlook. Steve has one he used. Let me see if I can find it on the fly. I'm going to see if I can read through some comments at the same time, which is always a disaster. Bad news, Brad, you are right, Byron. Good to hear from you. Hopefully you've been well. What do we have? Jennifer here on the other Facebook. We appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Let me see. I know Steve has an extended kind of temperature graphic here that goes out into the future so we can see exactly what the models. I'm telling you, I don't know what that phone does, but it scares me every time that happens. All right. It goes off randomly when I least expect it. One of these times I'm going to pick it up and see if anybody answers on the other side. We're just going to have live call-ins to the show. Let's see, temps. Let's see what it is. Let's see if there's a temperature trend. I know Steve uses it sometimes to give y'all a good look at what's happening down the line. And of course, I can't find it. Oh, well. Let's see. Maybe this will work. 7 day plus. Maybe this is what it's called. Hold on. I've never seen this graphic before. We'll see what happens with this. So these are high temperatures looking at, going into June. So that's what I'm saying. 80s, a consistent stretch of that. So warm, it is off the top of the screen because I had nothing to do with this. Give me a second here. We're going to drag this down. And let's see what we got. So through this stretch here, I'm just going to drag the whole thing and move it down. You're going to see some behind-the-scenes inside baseball here. We're just going to drag that on. I dragged the wrong thing. Trying to grab this. We'll drag that down too. Whoa! Look at Friday. There's your Wednesday surprise on the stream. Raw model data, which you cannot trust, has us by the 6th of June. We're calling it here first. We're calling it here first. We could see some 90s. This is your first alert to get the pools open if you haven't done it yet. I know it's been really crappy out there, but look at that, 90 degrees on Friday next week. We'll see if that verifies. If not, upper 80s by the time we hit Thursday. I told you, it's going to be really warm out there in that extended stretch, and that's pretty warm. Let's see what we got going forward from that. Those are the lows. What else do we have? Yeah, okay, so this is obviously something we put together beforehand instead of trying to show you in real time what's going on with these graphics, but yeah, that's just raw model data going out way too far in the future. If I had planned for that, I would have made that look better for you. I don't know what this one's going to do. I think it's probably going to do the same thing. Yeah, it's just off the screen again. That's pretty much the same exact graphic. Those are highs and lows through that stretch. And then normals, again, starting off, normal high temperature today should be about 78. We're going to be shy of that by about 5 to 10 degrees in most spots. Normal by the time we hit Wednesday, this being the 4th of June, right there in the center of your screen. Normal high on Wednesday next week should be 80 degrees at that point. So we're above normal through that stretch, and then, like I said, maybe even some 90s out there. So big warm-up on the way. Let's go throw this back on there. See if we got any more comments or complaints here from anybody. Nobody just yet. Nobody just yet. Nobody on this. You're welcome, Jennifer. All right. Well, we do have a little something I got to do off camera here at 12:30, and I got some other stuff I got to take care of between now and then. With that said, I will be doing the 10, 11, 3, and 4 again tomorrow with this midday show. It will be me, and that is happening tomorrow. And then Friday, I'm back on the mornings again. Catherine has a great vacation. I haven't seen any photos yet, so you know she's having a great vacation because she hasn't been on social media that I've seen. So again, good for her. It's going to be great. The problem is you're stuck with me, and we know how that goes. If you've been in this market long enough, you know how Bad News Brad rolls in on a Friday morning, especially a caffeinated Bad News Brad, and it does look like a mess out there. Early Friday, again, you have been alerted. You've been first alerted right here on the live stream that it is going to be a slow go of it as you head out the door Friday morning. Some standing water, not out of the question. Please, if you come across any high water, I'm not expecting any widespread flooding issues, but if you come across some high water, don't try to drive through it. Take the extra time. Tell your boss I told you it was okay to get into work Friday morning, just in case we have any standing water or any high water issues out there. This is the latest model run. Has some pretty hefty rainfall totals down in that area. We'll just zoom through this again. Give me a second. Load, please. There it goes. Some of the rainfall totals we're expecting down there, into Kentucky, could be an inch in just a couple hours. So that's enough with some of those, some of the topography in that area, some of those smaller creeks that we can get those to rise pretty quickly. And since this is happening in a lot of spots just before the sun comes up, if you're an early riser, and in some areas down there you might be to get back up this way if you have to commute northward, you're not going to have much daylight to work with. So just be extra careful out there Friday morning. Otherwise, it all pays off for the weekend. We'll do one more look here at the 7-day. We'll hop back to this and show you the payoff. It's been a lousy week, but here comes the good stuff. Saturday, another FC Cincinnati match that rains out of there early. No issues for that. Really comfortable afternoon. Maybe a little breezy at times, but nothing we can't get by. 74 on Sunday, 76 on Monday, 80s and above normal temperatures. Maybe even next week. By the end of next week, maybe some 90s. We'll see. Not out of the realm of possibility out there. I was looking at some ensembles earlier, did not have 90s, but that particular model data I just showed you, which I don't know what it was because I didn't look fast enough, but it had some 90s. So we'll keep an eye on next week. Certainly possible with an extended dry stretch ahead. I'll make this full screen. Nope, that's me. Now it's full screen. All right. You guys have a great day. Hopefully you get out there, enjoy your Wednesday. It'll get drier the later we get the day, and then we'll keep our eyes on Friday for you. Have a nice one, everybody.